Hi kids, it's Pimmy again. And today, when I'm coloring, I think I'm gonna color something from my Avengers cards. Right there. Today, I wanna do heroes. What are you gonna color? Are you gonna use colored pencils, crayons, chalk, markers? It's all up to you, as well as what you want to color. But remember, you've got to have paper because we always color on paper. So let's get started. Today, we have our Hawkeye card. And I think today, I'm going to use my imagination and color him in with colors that we don't usually see with Hawkeye. Normally, his skin looks like mine. But today, I'm going to change it up and use my imagination, and we're going to choose a light brown color. And that will be what we use for our Hawkeye. Maybe this one for all his skin, because normally he looks more my color, but today I'm gonna use my imagination and color in Hawkeye with different colors, because when we're coloring we can choose whatever colors we want. Maybe a character normally looks like me and you want to make him look like you. Maybe a character normally has green skin and you want to make it white skin. You can do whatever you want with your imagination when you're using your colors. But I need to be careful because I'm only coloring in Hawkeye's skin. So I have to stay inside my lines. Did you see how I went around all the edges on his arms before I colored them? Let's do the same thing with his face and his neck, right here, just like that. And we'll imagine that his neck goes like that because they did not have lines for where his shirt ends there. So we have to use our imagination on where that ends. See, I don't want to get his glasses or his eyebrows. So I went around his eyebrows and his glasses and his hair so I could just color in his forehead. And now I can go around his glasses and the sides of his face and where we went around his neck. And now we can just color in his face. Just all the brown spots. And that makes it much easier for us to color in our lines. Now, I need to color his eyes behind his glasses. But since he's got glasses on, I'm going to be very gentle and color his eyes very light. But maybe we should pretend that he's got on shades. So we should do it darker by adding in another color after this, which would be black to make his shades dark. Because I know if it was bright out, and I had to use my eyes to find bad guys like Hawkeye does, I might want some shades. some nice sunglasses to help protect my eyes. So I think that I'm gonna be done using brown on our Hawkeye. So I used one brown color. B-R-O-W-N. Brown. And that is our first color. First means it's the number one. We have not used any other colors yet. But since we said we'll make these sunglasses and we should add some black very gently, that'll be our next color. Is this black we're using now to color in around his eyes in the sunglasses. And I'll make the part in the middle black, and right here that goes back to go right over his ears. We'll make that black too. And we'll just very, very gently scribble a little black over his eyes so that those look like they have sunglasses over them too. And now, normally his outfit has different colors. But since we're using our imagination, we're gonna pick random ones. I'm gonna make this strap black. His costume usually has a lot of purple on it, but not this time, because we're gonna use different colors. I'm gonna color in every second one of these parts on his shoulders black too. And since it's the second one, that means I'll start on this one and then count 1, 2. So that one's black. 1, 2. Now this one's black. And it wasn't, see how it's this one that goes across on his shoulder? We need to find that one over here. I think it's this one. So I need to color this one black to make it match the other side of his outfit. And then we count 1, 2, this one's black. And since that's how we did this part, I'm gonna do his gloves the same way. 1, 2. One, two. And let's make the buttons here black. And the edges on the outside of this part black. Just like this. Being very careful about my lines. And I think this part is his skin. So I'm gonna color this part in very carefully with the color of his skin. And maybe these are his fingertips, and they should be the same color as his skin too. So his gloves don't cover his fingers up. I think that's how I'm gonna color in my Hawkeye today. Are you having fun with your colors? And always coloring on paper, I hope. 'Cause we only color on paper. And then we colored every one too, remember? So when I go to his other hand, I have to do it again. 1, 2. And I'm gonna turn mine so I can color it in more easy. Just like that. And then our buttons. And right around the edges. Just like that. And now, maybe I should do something like that with his belt. Let's do the middle of the belt. Just like that. And then we'll do the middle part on his leg. This part of his leg is called the thigh. And that's the middle part of his thigh over here too. Because I want to make him match on both sides. Now look at his knee pads. 1, 2. 1, 2. And I'll do the edges on this too. And this little strap in the middle. And then I'll do the bottom of his shoe. And then on his other knee pad, we have to count again. 1, 2. And then on the edges. Just like that. And now we'll do his bow. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. I'm gonna count from the outside in on both sides. 1, 2. And we'll make this part here on the front black. And then we'll count on this part again. 1, 2. 1, 2. But maybe this is just where this is and he's only got that, so we'll leave that alone. I think no, I changed my mind. I'm gonna do the shafts of the arrows black. Like that. All these parts. Just like that. And let's do this part of his belt too. And this little guy on his side. I think that's enough black. Maybe. Yeah, let's just use that. I think I've used enough. We're done with our one black color. B-L-A-C-K. Black. We used one brown color the first time, and now we've used one black color. 1 plus 1 equals 1, 2. 2 colors. So black is our second color. I think I'm gonna use green next. And I'm gonna start green on his eyes. And then on his eyebrows, because I'm gonna give him green hair. Like this. But I'm gonna be gentle with my colors and only do the edges first so that it's easier to color in my lines. Just like this. And then I'm gonna color in the feathers on his arrow green as well. And we're coloring in Hawkeye, but doing that on his arrows makes me think of the green arrow. And I think the green arrow is very cool, so I like it. And now I'm gonna color in this part of his glove and this part of his glove so that both match. And then let's do this part of his pants and that part. So we'll do this side so that he stays matching. And then these parts of the bow in between the black parts. And we need to do these parts next for his shoulders. And then I'm gonna use it for these parts of his belt and this part of his pouch. And I think we'll do his knee pads green too. Make sure I do both sides or else he won't match anymore. Then I'm gonna do his Hawkeye symbol on his chest green. Like that. And you know what? I think we'll imagine that all of this is the rest of his skin too. Because his shirt won't cover all of it. We'll just pretend it only comes over like this and covers his back and his chest, but not his arms or his neck at all. So we'll color those in, and I missed this spot earlier on the bow that we made black over here. We need to make it match on both sides. And maybe this should be black too. Just like that. And let's not forget the arrow on his bow. We need to color in those feathers green too. And maybe we should make the rest of his belt green. Just like that. And I think that's enough green on his costume. What do you think? This part of his boot, we can color that green. There we go. He can have a green part on his boot too. And that'll be all of our one green color. G R E E N. Green. And our black color was our second color. So we write down 2 for our black color plus our 1 green color equals 1, 2, 3. 3 colors now. So green is our third color. Now I think I'm gonna use a blue color. And we'll make his quiver blue. And all these parts of his costume we didn't color in yet are also going to be blue. But I don't want to color in his skin blue, so I still need to be careful about staying inside my lines so I can keep practicing my colors and getting better. And I just noticed this little tiny spot between his fingers where his belt's at. So that should be green like his belt. And now the next part of the gloves. And then the last part next to his arm. And now these parts of his gloves. And let's get his pants while we're over here too, so we don't forget about that spot when we're done. And just be so careful about staying inside my lines. There we go. Now we can color in his legs. Do you remember what part of his leg I said this is? It's his thigh. So we're gonna color from his knee right here all the way over his whole thigh. And then we'll go to the other side of his bow and color in his other leg. And then we'll get the rest of the first leg all the way down and get the rest of his boot blue too. And his bow will also be blue to match the rest of his costume. Just like that. That's all for our one blue color. B-L-U-E. Blue. And with our green color, it was our third color. So we used 3 colors with our green one, plus our one blue one is 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 plus 1 equals 4. So blue is our 4th color. Now we should choose the background. And I think I'm gonna choose a color we haven't used a lot of. Let's take a look. What is this one? Oh, this one is indigo blue, but I think it will look too close to the other blue we used, so we won't use that one today. Let's instead use this pretty orange color. This orange color is named Spanish orange. I don't know why they chose to name it Spanish orange, but that's the name that they gave it. I think this orange looks like it has a lot of yellow in it. Do you know what other color we mixed together with a yellow to make an orange color? We mix red with yellow to make orange colors. And since this orange looks like it has more yellow in it and not much red, I think they mixed a lot of yellow with just a little bit of red. What do you think? Do you think they used a lot of yellow with a little bit of red, or a lot of red with a little bit of yellow? Or do you think they used the same amount of red with the same amount of yellow and not more of any color? You could make an orange that's different colors using all those kinds of combinations. Did you know that? You can mix colors and make some new ones. And that can be lots of fun sometimes. We just have to be careful when we do it, or we might make a color something we didn't want to have. And that would be a mistake. But that would be okay, because we would have learned how to make a new color if we did it. So there wouldn't be any reason to be mad. We still had fun and learned. And now I'm all done with our Hawkeye that we used imagination colors with. Because normally, that's not what Hawkeye looks like at all. And we used one orange color. O-R-A-N-G-E. Orange. And our blue color was our 4th color. 4. plus our 1 orange color equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. So orange was our 5th color. So today we used 5 colors. C, O, L, O, R, S. 5 colors. All done. I hope you had as much fun today as I did while we colored in our Hawkeye and used our imagination to pick out all 5 colors and how to use them. Now remember, we always color on paper, and we always put away our colors when we're done. Otherwise, what are we gonna have to color with? So until next time, keep on counting and use that imagination. Until then, bye-bye. Thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe down below.